92% of the units are sea-facing, unobstructed sea views, a doorstep MRT station, and a first-mover advantage in a government master plan. Brand new healthcare facilities, new school, a brand new SAFRA, and also new flyover to ECP. So right now, what are we comparing against with? Is this price high? Hi, I'm Lizzie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to deep dive into one of the most talked about property launches of the year, Vela Bay. This project is situated in the brand new Bayshore township. And the big question everyone is asking, will this be the underrated area of the East, or is it going to be the next key hotspot in the East? It's going to be the first private residential launch in a massive 60-hectare revitalization plan, and it promises a lifestyle that combines rare sea views with incredible MRT connectivity. So let me go straight to the project details. Developed by Singhai Group, Vela Bay is a 99-year leasehold development located along the newly introduced Bayshore Drive. The site area is around 10,497 square meters and will feature two 34-story towers housing a total of 515 exclusive units. The unit mix is going to be from 1-bedroom plus study to 5-bedroom and even penthouse units, catering to both investors and large families. One of the most unique aspects about this project is the status as a car-light zone. Because of its proximity to public transport, the government has only allocated 50% car park lots for this development, encouraging a more sustainable way of living. Let's go to the facilities of the development. It's designed with a resort-style aesthetic, a signature of Singhai projects like Park Clementi's. A major highlight of this development is sits on an elevated landscape deck, which is elevated 4 meters from street floor. So this allows the lower floor units to enjoy better ventilation and privacy from ground level. And it also has the full-fledged condo facilities, including a tennis court. For connectivity, the best part about this project is that it has 3 side gates, one of which is a 100-meter fully sheltered walkway directly to Bayshore MRT station, which is situated along the Thomson East Coast Line. And another side gate is actually just right above the control station of Bayshore MRT, where you can just take the escalator down to the MRT station. So for this development, around 72% of the units are sea-facing. But to be very clear, if you really want a proper unblocked sea view, you will be looking at units that's above like level 11. For the lower floor units, you will still get to enjoy a nice greenery view, mainly for the trees along ECP. So it's still quite pleasant, but just not the full sea view. There are also some stacks like stack 0, 1, 2 and 3, which are inner facing. So these units will be facing the pool. And for stacks like 13, 14 and 15, if we analyze the floor plans, right, their windows and balcony are also facing the sea. And they also get to enjoy sea views for those units above level 11. Also, for stacks 16, 17 and 18, do take note that the adjacent plot is planned for future HDB development. So the views over there will be partially obstructed, although developer has already taken care to position the stacks in a slanted manner so as not to face the future development directly. As this is a new township, let me touch more about the transformation. Today, you are not just buying into a condo, you are buying into the Bayshore master plan. This 60-hectare precinct is planned to deliver around 10,000 to 12,500 new homes over time, creating this brand new township from what was once a forested land. There will be a 3-hectare central park that serves as the green heart of the estate. And Vela Bay is also going to be just one MRT stop to the future Bedok South Integrated Transport Hub. It will include 250,000 square feet commercial space and more than 1,200 residential units. This will be similar to the transformation we saw at Woodleigh Residences at Woodleigh and Reserve Residences at Beauty World, where such mixed development will be setting a benchmark price in the vicinity. And there will be new plans which include 1 kilometer main street and a seamless landscape bridge that will link the township directly to East Coast Park without having to use the traditional underpass. There will be brand new healthcare facilities, new school, a brand new SAFRA, and also new flyover to ECP. So you can expect to see a whole new township coming up with amenities and infrastructure, injecting new life into the area. So before I go further, do remember to like, subscribe and share my video. Next, I will talk about what I like about this project. It's very hard to find this rare winning combination that a development can offer you unobstructed sea views, a doorstep MRT station, and a first mover advantage in a government master plan. So there's also GFA harmonization advantage for this project. It's one of the final plots sold before land prices spike further, and it benefits from the new GFA harmonization rules. This means you are paying for actual usable space, no wasted money on oversized aircon latches or void spaces. There's also a high ratio of sea-facing units in this development. The developer has oriented the blocks so that a massive 72% of the units are sea-facing, and it creates a strong appeal to buyers who specially come to this area to look for sea-facing unit. So next, I thought about what I don't like about the project. Because it's a brand new neighborhood, the first residents will have to live through years of construction noise as neighboring plots are developing. So there's also a lack of immediate amenities. Currently, the area is quite empty. So until the HDB shops, SAFRA and integrated transport hub are completed, you will need to drive to Parkway Parade or take MRT for your basic groceries and dining. Also, for the nearby HDB BTOs, they are under the Plus scheme, meaning they have a 10-year MOP. The natural demand from HDB upgraders will take a much longer time to materialize than in a standard estate. So at the point of video recording, we do not have any indicative prices yet. But if I were to estimate, we're expecting to look at prices from 2,700 PSF onwards. So for the higher floor with sea views, we will be expecting to see price per square feet reaching 3,000, 3,001. So there will be definitely some price resistance as we see this kind of pricing is like the same price bracket as some CCR projects. So next, let me deep dive into the floor plan. First of all, it's the 1 plus study. It's a 484 square feet. There's only one stack, which is stack 04, meaning there's only 27 units of 1 plus study in the whole development. And what makes this unit appealing is that it's actually sea-facing, which is quite rare for a one-bedroom unit to enjoy prime view, since normally smaller units are tucked at the back of a development. It features a foyer, a galley kitchen, a master bedroom, and a study area that's large enough to be a guest corner or extra storage for you. So for one bedroom unit, should you be buying for investment, we will be looking at rental like 3,005 to 3,007, taking reference from the nearby seaside residences, which is 5 years old, and the recently TOP Tempusu Grand. Next, we will go to the 2-bedroom floor plan. We have 3 stacks of 2 bed, 1 bath, 592 square feet. It features a very standard dumbbell layout and a galley kitchen. The 3 stacks are 6, 11, and 17. So if I would say the 3 stacks are pretty similar or have a very generous 9.1 square meter common bedroom and an 11.1 square meter master bedroom. If I look at rental, I'm expecting 4,002 to 4,005 on average. So also just to share, if you're very active in the market right now, you should know this is a harmonized layout. So if we add back the 6 square meter aircon latch, this 2-bedroom compact is actually around 656 square feet. Next is the 2-bedroom premium, which is a 2-bed, 2-bath. There are 2 sizes, 678 square feet and 689 square feet. They feature a very highly efficient dumbbell layout, eliminating the wasted corridor space. The main difference is that for the 689 square feet that's on stack 8 and 16, it's an open concept kitchen versus the 678 square feet, there's actually a kitchen that can be partially enclosed and nicely tucked at one corner. I do feel that the 678 square feet will be more preferred to tenants or families who love cooking because it has a proper enclosed kitchen. For view-wise, stack 7, 8 and 14 are sea-facing, whereas stack 16, like I mentioned, it will be blocked by future HDB development at the back. So for stack 16, I predict that it should be the lowest price 2-bedroom unit. For rental, we should be looking at around 4,008 to even 5,005 for those units with a very good view. So once again, this is a harmonized layout. If I were to add back aircon latch around 6 square meter, we are actually getting a size of 743 square feet to 752 square feet. Next, we go to the 3-bedroom floor plan analysis. There are 3 stacks of 3-bedroom compact. Sizes are around 883 square feet, 893 square feet, which are located at stack 2, 12 and 18. I love that the common room sizes are generous in this development. They are all 9 square meter. There are only very slight differences in the layout, but stack 12 has an open concept kitchen and is a dumbbell layout. And for stack 18, it will be slightly blocked by the future HDB beside Vela Bay. Again, if we add back the 6 square meter aircon ledge, the 3-bedroom compact sizes will be around 947 square feet, which I feel is pretty decent and comfortable for a family. The rental estimated should be around 6,000 to 6,002. So next, the 3 stacks of 3-bedroom premium 1033 square feet. They are located on stack 1, 3 and 13. And if we add back the aircon ledge, the size will be around 1098 square feet. So this is, in my opinion, the most comfortable layout for family with kids for HDB upgraders. It features a proper enclosed kitchen, a WC, a yard and a home shelter for storage purposes. For this layout, you'll realize that the foyer is a bit long, which some people will feel that there's a bit of wastage space, although it does help to give you some privacy. As for the rental for a 3-bedroom premium, we should be looking at average 6,005. Next, we go to our 4-bedroom floor plan analysis. There are 2 stacks of 4-bedroom 1173 square feet located on stack 9 and 15. You can see that the dining area is very spacious, enough to fit 8 packs, and there's home shelter, there's the yard, WC. In my opinion, I do feel that the foyer is also a bit long for my liking. The living and bedrooms are sea-fronting and rooms are very spacious at 9 square meter. Just to share, 1 bedroom will be actually inner facing, but the developer has to arrange it this way just to avoid a very excessively long corridor in the unit. So again, if we add back aircon ledge, is around 1238 square feet. Definitely very comfortable. Rental-wise, let me compare to seaside residences. They do not have smaller 4-bedroom, so estimated I will be saying rental is around 6,008 to 7,000. For those with big families, there's also one larger 1378 square feet 4-bedroom unit that comes with a private lift, a wet and dry kitchen, a massive living area ideal for hosting. So all the 4 bedrooms are considered ensuite with their own access to a bathroom. There's only 1 stack of this 4-bedroom unit in the entire development. And again, after considering aircon ledge around 7 square meter, we're actually getting a very good size 1453 square feet. So for this rental, we'll be getting around like 9,000. And for comparison wise, this layout is definitely very rare in the area. And next, I'll go to my 5-bedroom floor plan analysis. There's 1 stack of 5-bedroom premium 1582 square feet, which is stack 5. So this is pure luxury. The layout is very similar to high-end CCR properties. There's private lift, there's a wet and dry kitchen, 2 ensuite junior master bedroom, and a really grand master bedroom. The wide frontage in the living area is designed to maximize the panoramic sea views. Again, with the aircon ledge added in, we will get a very generous 1658 square feet. And also, there's no 5-bedroom units in seaside residences. But if I were to compare, the recently TOP Tembusu Grand, there's 5-bedroom units at 1711 square feet, recently rented out for $11,500, and there's no private lift. So this 5-bedroom unit at Vela Bay is really designed to stand out and appeal to buyers who are looking for a truly luxurious living experience. And next, I will just touch on these 2 ultra-luxurious 5-bedroom penthouse units, each at 1765 square feet. There will be high ceiling, generous landscape layout, wet and dry kitchen. It's designed for those who want an extra level of space and exclusivity. Finally, let's go to the project scorecard. Let me give you my final score for this project. Firstly, project characteristics, 4 out of 5. Vela Bay is developed by reputable Singhai Yi and the design is impressive. You get full-fledged facilities including tennis court, and it's also not easy to find a development where more than half the units enjoy sea-facing views. But do take note, since this is a car-light town area, there's only 50% car park lots provided. And I might have some slight concern for this because there might be insufficient car park lots since many residents might be driving in this area. Secondly, for the location, 4 out of 5. Many will agree east side, best side. And Vela Bay is right beside an MRT station. It's located in the future township with many amenities coming up. And it's also 1 kilometer to the highly sought after Temasek Primary School. However, we do need some time to see the whole place coming together and buyers might need to wait a while for the whole township to flourish. Thirdly, rentability and profitability. I will give it 4 out of 5. Properties along ECP has always been well sought after. There are always a constant pool of buyers seeking for this kind of luxurious, prestigious seafront facing. And we are looking at seaside residences where bigger units have made amazing profits, $800,000 to $1.2 million. And also the nearby Costa del Sol, it also enjoys impressive profits with owners making $500,000, $600,000 to even millions in profits. So we can definitely see this success story replicating in Vela Bay. And fourth, let me talk about the price. While official prices aren't out yet, but based on the land bid of $1,388 per square feet, we are looking at starting price from $2,007 to $3,000 per square feet. So right now, what are we comparing against with? Is this price high? Let's take a look at other OCR land costs. For example, like Chuan Grove, it has been bidded at $1,376, $1,331 per square feet. And also for Bedok Rise, which is right outside Tanah Merah MRT station, it has also been bidded at $1,330 per square feet. And you don't even get to enjoy a sea view. Also, let's talk about the recent Tanjong Rhu land bid, where it's not even near MRT and there's a block sea view. It has been bidded for $1,455 per square feet. And of course, not forgetting the recent Dover, which has break the new record for RCR prices. It has been bidded at around $1,005 per square feet as well. Just imagine the future prices for these land bids. So right now, Vela Bay is giving you a chance to enter at a lower point in the market, which I would say is now in a V-shaped window before future plots start to launch at higher prices. Let's also compare Vela Bay to the nearby resale developments like Seaside Residences, which is the newer projects around the area. Seaside Residences TOP in 2021 is around 5 years old. The average price per square feet is around $2,363. And do remember, Seaside is a non-harmonized project. After considering for harmonization by adding back 6% to the price per square feet, I'm actually getting $2,504 per square feet. By the time Vela Bay TOP in 2030, Seaside Residences will have been 9 years old. So there's a 9-year gap. So per year, we are looking at a $50 per square feet gap, and this total gives us $450. Adding to the Seaside Residences average $2,500 per square feet, I should be getting $2,950 per square feet. So this means we should be expecting Vela Bay to be launching at around this price. And anything below this, I will consider it to be a very good entry and definitely attractive to buyers. So if the developer is going to launch at around this price range, I will give it a 4 out of 5. Lastly, exit strategy for Vela Bay, I will give it 4 out of 5. This is a first mover advantage in a major township. Though the HDB here belongs to the plus category, it requires a longer 10-year MOP, but there's still a limited private condo supply in this area. The nearby condos like the Bayshore Park, they are much older. Even Costa del Sol is already 22 years old. So Vela Bay is going to be the youngest in the area, and we definitely can see appeal to the future buyers. And there will be future strong demand as well. So my conclusion, the final scorecard for Vela Bay is 4 out of 5. Vela Bay is a project for those who value convenience and lifestyle. It's definitely a rare opportunity to own a home with front row sea views and immediate MRT access in a brand new township. So what do you think about Vela Bay? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like me to analyze more projects for you, do reach out to me, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in my next video.